Good evening and good evening, beautiful and amazing students. I welcome you all to week 5. And as I said last week, week 5 will be absolutely about the app PixelLab. So, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly do so and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever the class is up. Also, kindly note your name, your school, and your class in the comment section so that we know that you're here with us. So this week, week 5, we are absolutely diving into it. So by week 5, week 6, week 7, you can do one or two things with your PixelLab, and you can probably even call yourself a graphic designer. You can proudly call yourself a graphic designer by week 6, week 7, because I will make sure that in these classes, I will put you through in all you should know. And if you listen and pay attention, you would definitely create something amazing, absolutely amazing with your smartphone. So let's get started. So when you open your PixelLab, don't mind that my own is a little bit pink and black. If you open your PixelLab, if you download it from your Play Store, it is blue and it's absolutely free. It's free. So you don't have to pay anything to access the features on PixelLab. So when you download yours, it should be blue from Play Store. So, but it's still the same feature. My own is pink, but it's still the same thing as the one you see on Play Store. So do not mind that my own is pink. So let's get started. So when you open the app, the first thing you will see is this default. And this is the interface, the first page. Once you click on the app, so this is the app, PixelLab. Click on it, look at the name of the app up here. If you click on it, you will see this first. Okay, so now let's look at the tools. Let's see how we can use these tools to achieve something incredible. So I'll start by the first tool there. This is the first tool. So this first tool here, if you look beneath, you can see where my cursor, the circle cursor, you can see the cursor, it's circle, it's moving. So just look carefully. You see beneath the app, you will see where my hand is moving. So you have this icon that looks like a set. So I think maybe in your school, if you have done set, you will recognize this icon. And then the next icon looks like, it does not look like, it is letter A, capital letter A. And the next icon in the middle, I think it's a shape with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A shape with 6 sides. Yeah, 6. Then the one in the middle. Then this one here is square, 2 squares on each other. And then the last icon there is magic wonder. So if you watch all these cartoons, you see all these magic, they will do one or two things with this kind of, is it magic wand? I think magic wand in all these movies, all these cartoon movies, magic wand, I think that's what it's called. That's the icon there. And so the first icon, when you click on the first icon on your interface, what you will see is a project and then default. These are some of the designs they did on the app, so more like a template, but that's not what we're working with, because these templates are nothing compared to what you can do with this app. So these, and the templates are short-lived, 1, 2, it's not much. So if you scroll like this, you will see some of them, but they are not much. Okay, so if you want to work on a new page, you can just go to the last one there, which is white. You click on it. Why is it not clicking? You click on that white and that one leaves the default, what you were seeing before, leaves. So this is what this app, this one that looks like a set, is about. Then next one is A. This is the app you use to add text. When we spoke, when we were, dealing with the theories of graphic design, and we talked about the elements. Texts are one of texts, yes, as one of the element of graphic design. So this with this app, you can add text. You can just click on the plus icon, and when you click on the plus icon, so let's take it back again. You click on A. Let's delete this one so that you understand. So you click on A, you click on the plus icon, and you click on, is either you click on this icon up here that looks like a pen, or you click on this one. It's the same thing. You click on it and you take out this one here by clicking on the delete icon on your keypad or your keyboard, and then you type whatever you are typing. So maybe I can type something like welcome. Okay. And then you move it by touching the middle section of the letter. You can move it around your space. You can expand it with this anchor, this circle anchor. Once you touch the circle anchor, it turns to blue, as you can see. And you touch the circle anchor. Maybe yours, it doesn't turn blue, but the color changes. For you, it's an indicator that you are touching the anchor that either helps you expand or reduce. So then another thing you would notice is that when we clicked on the welcome, many other tools popped up. These tools are the tools you didn't see before when you were on this set icon. So you didn't see these things before. So if you want to work with these things, you have to click here. And then under project, my project is your work. So when you click on project, you will see the things you have done before under project. Then you click on A is to add text. So when you want to work on a text, you click on this icon here, this plus icon that writes text underneath it. Then these are quotes. The next one is quote. So there are lots of quotes here. You can just, maybe you want to post something on your WhatsApp status, and you can just pick one. Opportunity does not knock. It presents itself when you beat down the door. So it's something you can just, copy like that, just by you click on quote, and you get, you just, any quote you like, click on the quote. There are many of them. You click on the one you like, and you can use it. Okay. So we'll take it off. How to delete is just tap on the text you want to delete. Simply tap. And you see this bucket icon, it writes delete under it for you to know what it's about. You just click on it and the text goes out. So now when you tap on any text, more icon, when you tap on any page, any other space, like the white space, this white space that doesn't have the text, when you tap on it, the icon goes, the tools goes off. When you tap on the welcome, you see a lot of tools pop up. When you tap on another place, the tools goes out. You see how that works. So you tap on it if you want to work further on this welcome. You want to, put, style into it. Then you can tap on it, and these icons. So the first icon is for you to delete. The first icon is for you to edit it further. So if you click on it, welcome. Maybe you say welcome to. You want to add more thing to the text. Welcome to CIAY. So you write it. So when you tap on it again, you see delete. You already know how to use it. See copy if you want to duplicate. So you take it out. You click on it again. This one is sent to the front. This one is when you're working. The next one sent to the front. This one is when you're working with multiple layers and you have to deal with having to have some things be on top while some things are beneath. Okay. Then there is send to the back, which is the same thing. You want some things to go behind while some things are on top. So as we go further, you'll understand it. And then there is position, which you can mechanically move the text around. You can either, like I said, you can just hold inside this. If you look closely, you will see a line, more like a rectangle or a border. I think I would prefer to call it a border around the text, which means you're working on that text. So inside the border, you can hold on the text on any part of the border to move the text around to where you want the text to be. Okay? To wherever you want the text to be. So you can also do that with this tool, which is the position tool. Okay? You can also do it with your own hands. Then this is the relative tool. This is alignment. I think I spoke about alignment in one of our classes previously. There is left alignment. You want the text to be on the left. There is right alignment. There is middle alignment. You take it to the center. There is center alignment. And there is up, and there is down. Okay, depending on what you want. It's just more like also moving it around, but now specifically. So this one goes to the side, this one goes to the middle, this one goes to the side while you're down, this one goes up, this one goes to the middle, this one. So just how you want it, but I would prefer you move it around yourself, depending on what you're working on. When you are working with something complex, you might now need this tool, but when it's not that complex, you might not need it. You can easily move around by yourself. So the next tool under this is size. So you can increase the size with this, reduce, increase, reduce, increase, reduce, increase, by moving on. You see the circle dot icon on top of this line, so you can move it, or you can just keep tapping on the plus icon, or keep tapping on. But I'd rather you, and yes, when you're done with any of the two, you just click on the check mark, this good mark. So when you're done increasing it to the size you want, you click on check mark. So, but it's something you can also do by yourself by clicking on this dot icon that automatically turns blue once you click on it. So if you click on it, you move it by yourself. You can either just move, but you have to first tap on it. Okay, when you tap on it, once it's blue, it means the text will move. Once it's blue. Now, if I remove my hand, it's white. If I tap on it, it's blue. So the next one is padding. So this padding has to do with space. If you look here, there is this space here. Unlike here, look at from this border around it. There is more space at this side than there is at this side. So what you do is you can either reduce the space by moving right, because that place, it's not working here. It's not working, but there is where it can work. So you can do it manually by touching at this anchor. It turns blue. This anchor here, this anchor here is for increasing and reducing, while this one is to remove unwanted space. So you move it, you make sure you tap on it and it changes to blue, and you reduce that space. And you can also put this thing in 2 lines or in 1 line. You can keep expanding it as you want. You can expand this thing to 1 line with that same icon, because before it was, I think, 2 lines. And then when you click on that and move it like this, it becomes it stays in 1 line. So once you're done with any other icon, you click on the check mark. So the next icon we're dealing with is color. Click on color. So these are colors that are already in the app that you will see. So, but if the color you want to work with, you're not seeing it here, then you will have to click on the plus icon, and then this is the color wheel. The color wheel we spoke about, the almighty color wheel we spoke about. So this is it. So you can move around with this icon. There's this circle icon. at the middle. So you keep moving, move around, move around, move around, move around, move around till you get to the color you want. And so up here, you can see the color you've selected. You can see the color you've selected up here, up here. So now, for example, if you're to maybe pick, like maybe you like a design, for example, when you like the color on the design and you want that color, that exact same color to be on your text. You see, that green we just, got is now on the text. So, but if you saw an image and you want that exact same color to be on your text, you just click on this middle icon. Click on the middle icon. We'll go back to working on text so we understand that better. Then there are lots of tools here. So I'm even thinking this thing should be in 2 parts. So, but let's get to it. Let's get to it. So let's click on import. Let's click on import. Maybe, for example, let me bring an image from my gallery. Let me say something like this. I like this blue here. Let's say this blue. Okay. So I bring this blue. I like the color. I want this blue to be on my, I think this is actually sea green, not blue, but it has a touch of sea green and it's a gradient color. This color you're seeing is gradient, and we spoke about gradient colors, which is 2 colors, 3 colors, color that is more than one color, working together. So this is more than one color. It's actually 2 colors, 2 shades of colors, sea green and sky blue, working together to give you a beautiful, beautiful color. So we click on the text again. Remember, anytime you want to work on a text, make sure that if you click on this set, you see the color changes to pink. Other ones are white, meaning you're not working with these ones. If you click on text, every other thing is white, so it means you're working with text. So if you want to work with text, you have to click on the A first. Okay, then tap on the text you want to work on. Okay, for other tools to pop up. If you want to work on text, if you click here or click here, the tools for you to use to work on your text will not pop up. You must click on this A here, the letter A. So now, let's go back to color. That's what we're working on. We're working on picking a beautiful color that you like. So we'll click on this plus icon here, this plus icon, and we click on this tool that looks like an ink drop. This tool here, it looks like you're dropping an ink. This one here, you can see my cursor touching it. You click on it and you click on that image. So let's take it again so you understand. Click on this. Then click on the image you selected from your gallery, click on it, and then go to it and click. So with any shade, you can click on this one selected. So from here, you can see the color you have selected. So any color you click on, just tap on it. You select the color. You select the color. You simply select the color. Okay? Simply selected. So you just mark it. And automatically we have the color on our text. Isn't that beautiful? Simply. So another way to also get colors is a color code. So the other icon there, this one beside here is color code. So this is actually the color code of this shade of sky blue that we're working on. So maybe if you're given a color code, for example, you're working on a project, they give you a job to do and they say use this color code. So when they give you the color code and you type in that color code inside of this place, okay, so you clean this one off. Maybe, for example, the color code they give you is FFFF. After you're done typing it, you click OK. FFFF is actually white. It's actually white color. FFFF. So, but some instance, they will give you, maybe your client will give you a color code to work on, Or maybe when you go to ChatGPT to do some research and you are like, this project I want to work on, which color will rightly suit it? And ChatGPT tells you, you can say, what's the color code for the color code for this color? And ChatGPT tells you, just come type it in here. Once you type it, you click on this check mark. So the color automatically pops up here, and you click on OK and click on OK. Okay, it's white, so you won't see it, because white on white, definitely you won't see your text. So we'll go back to our blue by tapping on this blue. So now under color, this is color and this is gradient. The gradient we spoke about in one of our theory sessions. So you click on gradient, because I told you that this color we selected is actually a gradient color. So let's see how we can work with this gradient. Let's see how we can bring this gradient into our text. So you click on gradient. You click on this plus icon here. And this is it. Okay, if you see here, you see white, you see black. And these two colors coming together, it's a very beautiful, combo, because it gives you this silver effect on your text or on the image or your background you're working with. So we understand that better. So this is the first, what should I call this now? This first color, so this first is more like an arrow pointing down, this first one. And this is the second one. So the more you add, the more colors you are able. So the more you click on the plus icon, you move it. So you move it to adjust the colors. So anyone you want to take out, you don't want it, you click on it, remove, it goes out. So the least you can have on a gradient color is 2 colors. But you can have as many colors as you want, okay? But the least is 2. And remember, the image we want to work with, we want to take the color has 2 colors. So we're working with 2 colors. So now we'll click on the first arrow pointing down. We'll click on this bucket. It's more like bucket pouring out. So it means color, it means select color. So we'll click on it. Then we click on this pick. Remember this icon used for picking color. If you like a color, you bring in the image, use this icon to go pick that color. So we'll first pick the one on this side, which is the sea green. Select it and click OK. So you see the color is here already. Then we click on the next arrow. Anything you want to work on, you have to click on it for it to be selected and for all the action you take to work on that. So you click on this color. Click on this one, click. So click on this shade of blue. I think I've gotten the shade, and click OK. So you see the color. The difference is not so much, but it's a different color. So this thing I'm moving around, you just have to tap on it and keep moving it around. It's for you to adjust the color arrangement to how you want it. These things at the top are also ways you can arrange the color. The first one, see how the first one looks. The color is side by side. The next one, the color is on top of each other. The next one, the color is opposite, or let's say adjacent to each other. And the next one of the color is in the center and one is around it. And the next one, the color is moving into each other, more like this sun effect. And this one is moving also like a sun effect to each other. Do you understand? So once you're done and you've gotten the way, you can also adjust with this till you get with these points, with these circle points. You can keep adjusting till you get how you want it. And once you're done, you click on OK and the color enters. See, this color is extremely beautiful. The color enters your text. So you can now click on the image, click on this middle part. So to work on images, you have to click on the middle, this middle here. So when you click on the image, you click here and click on delete. The image goes off. So if you want to delete text, you click on text, move here, and you see delete. So if you move here, the delete for this will not pop up because here is for images and here is for text. Okay. So I think this class is actually it's actually going to be very long. So I think it will be in two parts because there's so much on this app that you need to know about before you can start using it to work. So I think this introduction to PixelLab will be two parts, but I'll try to cover a lot this evening. So we click on it. So we just worked on color, and then another thing I didn't show you on colors is if you click on this first one, this color, you can select where you want the color to be. So if you want the blue to just be okay, this is, I think this is dark green. If you want the dark green to be on one of the color, while maybe red is red, and red is in the other, you can do that by selecting. So use this I think it's the highlight. I think it's called highlight. The highlight. This blue. So move from, you see this point here? You hold on this point that is beside it and select the one. So the one's blue is covering. The one that blue highlight is covering. Any color you click on enters it. Any color you click on enters it. You can also click on the plus icon, move around to select color. Any color you move, any color you select only works on it. If you select the other one or just this one, any color. So, but it doesn't work with gradient. When you are working with gradient, if you select a color, it enters everything. So you can't select, even if you select only welcome and click all the color enters in all of them. It's only with when you click on color, you see. If you want to work with gradient, you click on gradient. If you want to want color, click on color. Okay. So now once you're done, don't click this X. If you click this X, your all the things you did will not be affected. So you must click the good sign. You must click the good sign, this good sign. You must click it for all the the things you worked on the text as you were on that tool to effect on your text. So we are done with color. The next is texture. So this texture, so for example, you want your text to have a gold effect. This is something you can do easily with your Pinterest. You remember we spoke, I think it was last week we spoke about Pinterest. So you want your text to have maybe an effect of gold. You want it to have a silver effect. You want it to have a rough, we spoke about texture. We spoke about texture. You can go back to, I think it's third week, we spoke about texture. So if you don't properly understand it, you can also remember how I taught you how to use AI tools how to optimize AI tools to your advantage. So if you do not properly understand texture, you can also go to your ChatGPT and ask what is, or DeepSeek. You can either use ChatGPT, you can either use DeepSeek, you can either use Gemini. Like I said, what is texture when it comes to graphic design? Describe it or explain it the way maybe you say your class. So maybe if you're in JSS1 or SS3, so you might say something like, describe it as a secondary school student will properly understand it. And ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Gemini will help you with that. Okay, very important. So now texture. So if you want to download texture, there are many of them. Many texture. There is wall texture. There is golden texture. There is wooden texture. There is silver texture. There are gradient textures. There is sea texture. You can download the sea and put the effect of a sea on your text. Many texture. In fact, every image is a texture. You can add any image on your text to give it a feel. There is traditional texture, maybe a traditional background that exudes culture. So what we will do now, we want to add maybe golden texture to this text. So we'll go over to our Pinterest so that you see how to download. I think maybe I didn't show you, or maybe I did show you, but let's see how it works with Pinterest. So we go over to Pinterest. We click on Pinterest. Pinterest, remember, like I said, it's both an app and it's both oh, okay, my mobile data is not on. So Pinterest is both app website. So it's either you can use a website if you don't have enough space to download the app, but the app doesn't require much. But you can also easily use the website if you don't want so many apps on your phone. So you just click on uh, uh, golden texture. Golden texture. So these are many of them. You will see many golden textures. Many. So the one you love the most, you can download that one. I think there's one I saw at first that I really love. I think I love this one. So once you see the one you like, sorry. When you see the one you like, click on this three dot icon here and click on download image, and automatically the image is downloaded into your gallery. So we'll move over to our PixelLab. So let's see how that works. So we click on our text. We'll move through the tools. And you click on texture. Click on this icon here. So the icon takes you to your gallery and you select that texture. So you can crop by clicking any of these. You can crop, or you can remove this lock icon. Remove it. When the lock icon is on the line, means it's locked. You can't manually adjust the crop. You can't manually crop your image. So when you click on it, it goes off. So you can easily move from this dot point. You can move from this side. You can move to crop. Maybe you just want this darker shade. You can just crop into that darker shade for you to have the whole. If you want the whole effect on your everything, to the whole golden effect on it, you can just after you're done cropping, you click on this good. Everything you do, you click on the good. So now the golden effect, our text has automatically changed from blue and sea green gradient to golden texture. So we will now adjust. Maybe you don't like the way it feels. You will adjust by moving on scale. You're working with scale now. Move with scale and adjust till you feel the golden texture is right. And once you're done, you click on this good mark. Everything you do not forget to put the good mark. When you put the good mark, the effect or whatever you worked on with a tool, or you worked on the text with a tool, automatically affects the text. So when you don't click the check mark or the good mark, you have to repeat the process. Okay, so don't forget to click the good mark. Do not forget it. So we are done with texture. There are lots of texture you can work with, lots of them. So as we go further, you will know them, but I've told you some. They add depth, they add beauty, they add intentionality to your design. Your design is not just there. It has some seriousness going there. It has some professionality going in there. So the next thing is opacity. Opacity is the visibility. Do you want your text to be visible? Do you want your text to be less visible? So when we click after texture, the next is opacity. So when we click on opacity, our text goes off. Like, we can see it again because I moved to 0. So if we move up, it's showing a little bit, it's showing a little bit, then absolute visibility. You will need this one for contrast purposes. Like I said, contrast, the difference between the elements in your design. When everything looks alike, when everything is the same. Imagine when you see a graphic design, everything there is red. You don't know where to focus and where not to focus. Everything is just everywhere. It can be very annoying to read or to get the details. So contrast helps to differentiate the elements on your graphic design and helps focus the audience or your viewers' attention properly. So now, this opacity, as we go further, as we start designing, you see opacity can help you to add contrast. So when a text, you want to add maybe 2 texts on your page, and they are looking so alike and everything is just loud. The one that is less important on your graphic design, you can reduce the opacity to show less importance to that text. And the one that is highly important, the one you want everybody to see from a distance, now can be very bold and the opacity can be 100%. And the one you want people not to really see, but it's important because it's on the graphic design, so it's important. So you can reduce the opacity. As we go further, you will understand this. So once you're done, remember the check mark. So now the next one is rotate. You know what rotate is. So you move round, you move round, move round, you move round. So when you're done with this and you do not like what it's giving you, you can just click this middle part to undo. So this middle icon here is undo it. I do not like this one. So you click on the check mark. The next one is mask. This particular tool is something we'll do on a special day. Okay, it is complex. It's quite complex, so we'll do it on a special day. But let's move. These ones are the ones you need now. So max, I think maybe in week 6 or week 7 we'll talk about max. Then font, we click on font. You know, when you get into the app, there are some fonts that you see there. Last class, I think, or last 2 classes, I taught you on how to download fonts using DaFont or Font Space. So I hope you have tried that out and you have gotten in some fonts from your PixelLab into your PixelLab. So these are some of the fonts you will see. The first here, working from this first part, this is the first, some of the ones you will see. I don't think if you downloaded the blue app, I don't think this pink one, you don't see it online. So if there was a way I could have sent this pink one to you, I will send it to you because it has more fonts when it's in your phone. You know, this one you don't see it on Play Store. So when it's on your phone, it has more, but that one has less. But you can now download and extract, like I taught you, using Z Achiever. Please, if you have missed out on that class, you still need it. You have to go back, okay, to understand how to install fonts into your PixelLab. And then under my font is where you will see the fonts you have downloaded from your DaFont or your font space. These are, so when you download a lot of them, you'll see lots of them here. So now the recents are the ones you use. So these are if you use any font of recent, it will show under recent. So the first one, the font in the app already, my font, the font you have downloaded, and recent, the one you recently used. So now if you go under my font and select any font, clicking on them, by clicking on the font. If you click on any font, the font automatically enters. You see this one is beautiful. Welcome. This one is beautiful, but this one will fit CIAY. Let's do something. Let's take out the CIAY. Let's take it out by clicking. See what I did? I clicked on the text. I moved to this. Click on this and delete welcome to. So let's take out the texture. Well, let's go. If you click on texture, you click on delete, that texture goes out. So CIAY, we say CIAY. So we now expand. So change, I think, see, one thing with contrast and working with colors that work together. So now the first color is that gradient that we did. So we'll click on this blue, something similar, and then we click on this plus icon and go dark. So see where the blue was. So this is how to go black, this is how to go white. Is either you start getting the lighter shade of that color, or you start getting the darker shade of that color. This one is transparent. We will get to this one. Let's leave it at here. Let's move it up here. So this one, you're getting to the darker shade of that blue. If you look up here, you will see the color, darker shade. This is contrast. One is light blue and the other one is dark blue. Now, this one is blue, light blue, and you go choose yellow, for example. Maybe click on the plus, this is yellow, you move to yellow. You see, there's a problem with this. There is a problem. Look at this and look at this one. This is how to undo what you've done. So it goes back to this dark blue, light blue. This is a perfect contrast. When you look at this, you know what's going on here. But when you look at this, there is a problem with reading this. Look at this, perfect contrast. So you can click on this. There's welcome to, you reduce it also for contrast. This one shouldn't be so big. The focus is on CIAY. So we click on another font. We select any font. These are sans serifs. So sans serif font. So we'll move this one. So this, with this relative position which I told you about, is centralized. So you click on this thing to make sure it's at the center and click on this one. So you see now this text is now overlaying. It doesn't properly help me access this one, this welcome to easily tap on it. So what I do is send to the back. I click on send to the back. Now I can easily access it. Also send this one to the middle. Welcome to CIAY. Beautiful. So now the next is we're done with font. So you are seeing the different font. This, the first one up there is signature font, and the next one there is a sans serif font, or you can call it a simple corporate font. So now, after we're done with font, I think the next one should be bold. So this class is getting long. We need to round up and continue. That's why I said this. I can't finish this introduction in one day. So because I need to explain very well to you, so you do not miss out on anything. So click on bold. This text is already in bold, so the bold might not really show, but this one is italics. It slants. This one is underlined. There's a rule over under it. And this T here is to take out all that action. You do not like everything you did, just take it out. The CIAY goes back to its usual. You click on good. So the next one is curve. You curve it. So if you do not like what you just did, this one is beautiful. This one is good. If you do not like what you remember, this icon, undo. You undo it. And then the next one is background. To add background, you can add background for contrast to your text. So since the text is dark, you should be looking at a light color. A light color. So something that like yellow is a light color that also perfectly contrasts this. Okay. So this is how to adjust. So from here, you can adjust the left padding to make, the space of the left larger. This is the right. You make sure it's the same. Okay, the left is 4:3. The right should also as well be 4:3. You can just adjust here 4:3, the same thing. And then this is top. You can adjust the top by clicking here, or you can move by touching it. So reduce it maybe to 3, and this one to 3. So it should be the same for to give proportion to it, and the right proportion, yes. And then radius to curve the border. So the border is now curved. Border is now curved. Welcome to CIAY. Beautiful. So let's move again to align. So this one is when the text welcome to CIAY. Let's write something else. CIAY class. So now we can put it in all caps. You can put everything in all caps by clicking on this T icon. So this T icon, everything is in all caps. Okay. So let's take out this background by here. Off this one. If you off it, the background goes. If you on it, the background is there. Off it. Click on good. So align, you can either align, it's already aligned to the left. Align to the center. This one is center. This one is aligned to the right. So I think it will work better with align to the center. So you click good. And this one is spacing. The spacing is either do you want space between the letters? It will move. There's space between the letters. Do you want space between the words? This one, it works when there are two words in one line. So I think we'll use this one because there are two words in one line here. So space between the words. So the to and the welcome goes apart from each other. This might be useful to you in some of your designs. You might need it. You will need it, definitely. It's there for a purpose. So you will need it. And you mark good. Then this one is line spacing. So we'll move over to line spacing. Line spacing is the line between the upper text and the one beneath it. So it's either you move it away from each other, but it's always professional to move it close, but not too close like this. No, just a bit like this is perfect. You click good, and then there is stroke. Stroke can also help you add contrast and beauty to your text. So you can either contrast with yellow. You see it's giving it that lighting effect. You can also use the blue, the shade of blue we were working. You can also use gradient. Use the shade of gradient we worked with before on welcome to. You see that? So it's beautiful. Here you can adjust the stroke width. It can either be very big like this, or you reduce it. So it can be this, it can be this. Okay. You click on OK. And then shadow, to add shadow. So this, you move like this to go Y axis. I think it's in graph back then in school. Yeah, there's Y axis. And there is X axis. Yeah, in graph in school then. So this one is called offset X and offset Y. So you are going Y by touching here, the shadow, and you are going X by touching here. So now you reduce the opacity of the shadow, because shadow doesn't look presentable when it's like, if you can see now, the shadow is very dark. So reduce the opacity. You already know what opacity is. Transparency, the visibility. and then the blur radius, so that the shadow can have more, definition to it. So I think it's better with 4, so that we can know that it's still the shadow under CIAY class. And then reduce this a bit. When shadow is too much, it doesn't look beautiful. So be minimal when you're adding shadow. So look at how this one looks. Very beautiful. So once you're done, you click good. You can select shadow, but shadow is usually black. But you can select any color for your shadow. This one is, it adds purple. This one blue. But black is just a perfect color. So we work on it again, reduce the shadow. Opacity. So good. The next one is inner shadow. This one is no more the shadow beneath. This one, the shadow within, the shadow inside. So you activate it. You can either add yellow inside, since the text is already dark blue, you add a lighter color so that it will be visible, or you add dark. If you add black, it will be visible as well. Very minimal and very beautiful. But if you add the blue, it will not show, because you can't add inner shadow of blue inside a text that is already blue. So you add a color that is different. So black is different. You increase this a bit, the blur radius. You go offset. You see that depth. If you look closely, you see the depth is adding to this text. You see this text, it went from a very, how this, when we started, it went from a very simple, just, anyway, let me even show you how it works. Let's write CIAY. CIAY. So see how it works. It went from this to this. This is what is called graphic design. You make things more beautiful and more presentable. See how it works. And we've been working and working now. Look, very beautiful. So see the depth that this inner shadow is adding to this. You can also go Y offset. Okay, see the depth. This is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. See the depth. Please try this out. Okay? Because like I told you in the first class, without practice, you won't get this. Without practice, you won't get it. It will leave you. So when you practice it, it enters you and you master it. And one thing with practice is the more you practice, the more you learn what was not taught in class. Because I might not say some things, or I might say some things, but not the details, the absolute details. But when you start working, you will start discovering, oh my God, I just noticed this. I just noticed that. Okay. So practice. So once you're done, you click on the good mark. Oh, this class is getting very long. I think we should round it up. Embrose, perspective, 3D rotate, 3D text, 3D shadow, 3D reflection. We will continue in the next class. We will continue that from the next class. And then from the next class, we also explore this tool, the one in the middle, this one here, and this one here. So the one you've learned so far, practice. Okay? We learned this tool, and this tool, how you use it. And I think from the upper class, we'll now start designing. So I think how we'll do the designs is I'll get some designs from Pinterest, or maybe some of the designs I did in the past, and we will try to replicate them. So by replicating this design, so we'll replicate as much as we can. So by replicating these designs, you will know how to work, how to do this, how to use these things, and but we'll have to learn. I'll have to introduce the app very well to you. So this class is getting very long, so I don't want to bug you with all that. So let's take it gradually. Let's learn the apps. So when we start replicating, when we start designing, so I might just bring a design from Pinterest and say, okay, we're doing this. How did they achieve this design? And we're working on it. So when I'm done working on the design, you look at the design and you go home. You do it yourself. That design you saw us replicate in class, you look at it exactly what you saw me do in class, you would do them and you would get the same result. Okay, so as we are replicating designs, we're not just replicating, you're learning something, you're learning theories, you're learning what the designer was thinking when they chose what they chose, when they chose the color, when they chose the text, when they chose the font they used, when they chose the image. Why the contrast, everything, you will know why. So you're not just replicating, you're learning in the process. So we'll get as much design. We'll start from the simple ones, we'll get to the complex ones. And by week 7, you will start doing just like the one I said, the quote design. The quote design is something you can simply do with your phone. So you can hide these things. When you click on these are layers, this one, we have not even touched the up apps, the up tools. So there's a lot. We can't finish it in this class. Click on this. You can just, this eye icon here, hide these things away. This eye icon, you can use this eye icon to hide these things away from the page. And then you click on quote. Where is it? Sorry. You go to A, click on quote, click on the quote and delete. This is another place you can get the quotes. Click here, you click the quotes, adjust center, click on this center, click on this center, so it's in the middle from up and middle from, like middle from the up and middle from the side. So it's both. When you click on this two, it's both in the middle from the center, middle from the side, sorry, and middle from the center. No, middle from the side and middle from up. So this one is middle from X and middle from Y. Do you understand? So it's now in the middle. So you can click on it. This color is not on a perfect black color, so you move to color and change the color to black, and you see you can simply post this thing. And how to change the background color, because this color is white, you can change the background color by clicking here, go to color. Remember how I said about moving around color? Okay, you get this color. This color is too loud in my eyes. But when you're working on a black text, the background should be light colors so that it can be visible, so that the text can be visible. And you can simply save your work by clicking here, save image, and save to gallery. Click on save to gallery. So, but that's not the topic of today. We're still saving to gallery is not what we're still looking at the app and how to work with it. Okay, so we'll round it up here. We'll continue next week. So digest these ones so it will not be too much before this class. This class is getting to an hour. So let's round it up here. Okay, thank you for joining, and stick around to answer the few quiz questions at the end of this class. You can just drop your answers in the comment section. Remember, your regular participation, your consistent participation is very necessary for you to win the prize that's attached. So you're not just learning a skill, you will gain something at the end of these classes. And also note that you're not just going to learn graphic designs in these classes, you will learn video editing as well. So you will just be fully equipped. So you will be in school and you're also making money. It's a very beautiful thing. So thank you for joining. Just answer the quiz questions in the comment section and we're good to go. God bless you.